Evans to the stage. Miss Evans to the stage. Thank you.
When she steps onto that stage for the first time, leave me in. Then we blown away.
There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
So we've got Sophie Evans, the Welsh Dorothy. And do you know what? She'll be completely and wonderfully adorable.
Skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Last spring, Sophie Evans was runner-up in an Andrew Lloyd Webber competition. He wanted a young actress to play Dorothy in his new production of The Wizard of Oz in the West End. Andrew decided Sophie, despite coming second to Danielle Hope, was too good to lose and unveiled her as his alternative Dorothy, playing a show a week. He also committed to funding her training.
It's so close, and Sophie was so great in the competition, and Danielle is so different in many ways that I said to Bill, why don't we ask Sophie to do a performance a week? But if Sophie was offered to do this, I could arrange for her to go to Arts Educational School in London in the meantime, and that Danielle can stand in, as you could stand in for Danielle when she's on holiday. And that is what we're proposing.
So began an incredible journey for the teenager from Tonopandi.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now that was much better. Da-da. Hiya. Da-da. Oh, hello. Da-da. Da-da. Beep, 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 beep. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
A year and a half ago, Sophie was like her friends, studying for A-levels at Tonopandi College. Fast forward 18 months and she's training at one of the country's top drama schools, with the Lord as her mentor.
You deconstruct, then you put it back together, but it's still got to be, for me, natural. It's got to be completely natural, otherwise it doesn't work, you know. And I don't want to work against somebody's natural ability. I just want to make what they've got the best it can possibly be, you know, and as hard work as it is, the more you put in, the more you get out. And your voice has to last you for the whole of your life. So it's a big investment, really.
There's little things that other teachers have said, but I've never had them long enough to work on it and keep improving on it. So with the things Karis have said, you know, it's just completely helped me to, and just made me stronger.
Off gently. That's it. Good now. Heels on. Let's. Oh, there we are. Very nice, ladies.
Ballet is like the toughest thing I've ever done. Like, you know, people. I never used to like respect ballet dancers for what they do, but now I'm like, wow, I respect you so much for what you do, and I know how hard it is. But oh, it's tough.
Never thought about quitting.
No, never.
It's a 3-year course. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The first year what we do is we pull you apart, we get rid of all your bad habits, and then what we do is as well, we then start to build up your technique, build up your confidence. In the second year, we then start working on your performing skills, actually being able to stand on stage and deliver, and come up with the goods. And the third year is putting it all into practice. Now, obviously, Sophie's been here for a year, and her second year, obviously, was the rehearsal process, and the third year is actually being a star at London Palladium.
What do you see in Sophie? We think she's special. Do you think she's special?
I think she's incredibly special. I think she has the thing that you can't teach. We can teach people how to sing a tune. We can teach people how to act. We can teach people how to stretch their legs and point their feet. But what we can't teach is passion. And a real sense of I have to perform from my heart as well. And she has that in abundance. So what we can do is we can really polish around the edges so she can do all the things she needs to be able to do to sustain a performance, a really long, really difficult performance. She's fronting that show from beginning to end, and we're giving her the skills to be able to do it. She's just a real charmer.
There may be no place like home, but Sophie's found a little bit of it in London. Guessing from those melodious tones, you two might share something in common in terms of, obviously, Welsh.
Yes. And from Tonopandi as well.
What are the odds?
You couldn't have made it up, could you?
No, and I didn't know Sophie. Sophie didn't know me, except my sister. knows Sophie, knows her mother.
And Tom's father fitted Keris's mother's boiler in.
It was written in the stars, wasn't it? It was absolutely written in the stars.
The fire.
Oh,
lovely new fire. There's a natural ability. It's going to sound awful, but there is a natural ability in a Welsh voice. That, you know, it tends to go right through the middle quite easily, and it was there already.
On top of training, Sophie journeys across London every day for rehearsals at the Palladium, the intensity and pressure racking up as opening night looms.
Birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Sophie.
It's a year of milestones for Sophie. She celebrates turning 18 at home in Tonopandi, a place she describes as an oasis away from the maelstrom of London.
Oh, it's really refreshing to come home, because in London all I'm thinking about is rehearsing the show. As amazing as it is, it's nice to come home in my own comfy bed and just have a nice cup of tea with my parents. Little things that, you know, you miss when you're away from home.
I try to see her every week if I can, which normally means going to London, which isn't always easy, but she comes home and then I'll book the next time, so at least every week for a few days sometimes, because I do miss her.
Yeah.
So I try to squeeze in as much as we can, yeah, just to give her that bit of support, really. You know, being away, just to know she's not on her own.
Yeah, she's so level-headed though, isn't she? She's incredible. You wouldn't think she was just 18. She's got the head of a 25-year-old.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's as much for me as for...
I don't know where she gets it from.
Oh, you know.
It's not from me, I mean, promise you. It's not from me.
Baby, let your hand down. Everybody's walking down. New way of walking. See you when you move man.
At what stage did you realise she had this talent, that she had this, that she was special?
You've always done it, haven't you?
Always said it. Since she
Michelle have always said.
I don't know, she's always had something that's special. I've always said to her, you were special, you are.
Yeah, and I
You've
used to
got
say, oh, be
something.
quiet, believe them,
And I say, no, she had, because she could always sing lovely, she was confident, and she'd never be afraid to get up on the stage, would she?
No.
I just could see it. I could see it coming.
Yeah. You can see the last 12 months. Oh, God. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, well, she was going to school with a packed lunch, like a unicorn.
I know, her and Beth be...
In the mornings.
Beth, her sister, be walking off.
School.
I know, waving them off
Now
the
she's living in London, going to be performing in the Palladium.
She auditioned for X Factor 2 years in a row, and we'd asked her, are you auditioning this year for X Factor? She was like, no, and we knew she was hiding something. We were like, she was like, right, an audition for X Factor. So we're like, right, what are you auditioning for? Kind of thing. So we kind of like figured it out, but she wouldn't tell us. We just figured it out.
That sounded really like a sketch then.
How do you feel now that she's mainly in London? Because obviously you don't get to see her as often as you'd like to, presumably.
We miss her, but she keeps in touch. We know that she would anyway, because that's Sophie. She does keep in touch. She's a family person and a friend. Like, it was difficult for her to go away as well, leaving her family, because they're all so close and her friends. We love her, like, but she's, you know, it's meant for her. This was meant for her, and this is what she's always wanted to do. So we're all really proud of her.
No, I can't wait for you all to come up.
Oh, I can't wait. What have you got planned for that night?
We're all going up on the bus, and we're all going up on the bus having a meal, and then all going to be going there then for the night, spending the night and coming home in the night. But it's a bit surreal. I know.
It's amazing.
It's a dream come true for 18-year-old Sophie Evans from Tonopandi. Her chance to ride the Wizard of Oz whirlwind as Dorothy in Andrew Lloyd Webber's new production in the West End. She may seem calm and quiet ahead of the big debut, but for the fans from home, it's excitement all the way.
Thank you.
Sophie may be new to the West End game, but she has a top-flight team in her corner, including the wig mistress, Gertie Solomon. How long does it take to get her ready, Gertie, in terms of this?
We put the rollers in. It takes about, how long, 15 minutes? Half an hour, but with a cooling period in the middle.
It's a lot faster than I expected. You know, you anticipate you guys are here for hours beforehand, but you're not, are you?
No, well, I'm not, but obviously Hannah, who's the witch, has got a lot more prep, and like during the show, she's getting ready for her next character because she changes from the sculpture to the witch. So she is getting ready during the show as well, so she's got a much longer process than a lot of the rest of the cast. Well, except for the Lion, Tim and the Scarecrow, who also got a massive change to turn, you know, different colours and everything.
How do you feel like sitting here? You've got the lights surrounding you, you're in a West End dressing room. I mean, I think it's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And the first day I walked in this room, I was like, oh, because I'd never been really in a West End dressing room, only known, you know, for little things. But to see the lights and just everyone's things everywhere, the dressing gowns, the makeup, it's just like, oh, it's real, you know, it's mad, it's crazy.
Real buzz.
Real buzz.
See the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. It really is the Wizard of Oz, and everything is the Oz. And the Wizard of Oz is one because it's a wonderful thing he does.
To see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Right, text Sophie now, say good luck. We're all can't wait to see him. I woke up and I had like nervous, kind of excited feeling myself. I was like, oh, I need even
Well,
because of the wonderful things he does. It's Sophie, like Sophie.
yeah. They'll play it down,
We have very, very, very quick changes to do. You know, she's literally off stage and back on, so in a whole different outfit.
Lightning
Yeah,
strike.
yeah.
What about the shoes? I hear that the shoes have got to be seen to every night.
Yes, occasionally there's just tiny little of the jewels come off, so they go back up to wardrobe every single night and they get stuck back on, you know, new ones. So every time. Yeah.
Do you have to do that?
I don't do that.
Do you hear it?
No, we have a wardrobe department that have to just fix things constantly. They're constantly busy.
Yeah. And somebody's trailing after you on stage picking up little crystals.
Yeah, we try to.
I seen you last night, about like now this unreal. Even though it's been like a year.
The Tonopandi Party head for the Palladium. It's been called the most famous theatre in the world, and the show's taken £10 million in advance bookings, with the critics watching very closely.
Some people will like you, some people want me to tell her this, you know, but don't worry, just do what you're doing great. You're never going to please everybody all the time, but as long as you please the main people, you know.
And in terms of the people she's got around to the support network, I mean, we've been really lucky. We've met people like, you know, Ali and Gertie, and obviously Andrew Lloyd Webber's heavily involved in it. How have you felt about that support network? I mean, because obviously she's your child.
Yeah, they've been fantastic. I got to be honest, I have no worries at all in that camp. I worry about her when she's at home, where she lives now, rather than when she's here, because when she's in the theatre, she feels these people are her family now, which for me is great, because I know she feels safe. So I worry more when she's not in this theatre. So I've got no worries when she's here at all.
The man guiding Sophie's career is practical, but also has big dreams.
Sophie pinches herself every day to be part of it, and again at the start, you know, for Sophie to be possibly on one of these frames in years to come would be an absolute fantastic achievement, but it's only the start. You know, there's a long way to go just yet, So we understand that, and she understands that, but she's very committed to The Wizard of Oz and doing this performance, and hopefully she'll be at the Palladium for a long time to come.
We can see La Garland there, right alongside Julie Andrews. What do you think Julie would have thought of her?
I think she would have loved it. I think, you know, being a bit of a redhead and being a young girl, a little bit naive, coming from the valleys, which is very important to Sophie, to, you know, to the Emerald City, which is London. I think she would have been very supportive of her. It's very hard to put your finger on this magic that she's got, but if somebody like Lord Webber and Bill Kenwright can see it, then somebody like me should be able to see it as well. So it's very important that Sophie has that support of those you know, big people within the industry, and that whole of Wales supports her, which it does, and which we're very grateful for.
Are there any sign of any sort of divishness at all, bearing in mind she's a leading lady?
Well, I make sure that doesn't start, because as soon as she comes home, so you know what the ironing board is, you know, we got to keep your feet on the floor.
Yeah.
So, you know, and even though I'm joking, I'm not really. I think you need to keep things real.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. We nearly is the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz as well as being comedy.
Can't believe we stand here and Sophie's made us. That is the eye-opener for us. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what's made us realise, like, she's going to be on that stage tonight, and she's going to be amazing. Sophie Evans as Dorothy.
It's close to 7:30 and curtain up.
The day is finally come and we're so excited. It's like a school trip. It's a really excited feeling, and it's fantastic.
All the iconic people that have been here in this massive theatre. And my daughter, Sophie Evans, from a little village in the Rhondda Valleys, was going to go out there tonight, strip her stuff, and when she steps onto that stage for the first time, believe me, I'm going to be blown away.
To see Sophie Boyer as the star of the show, we know it's only once a week, but it is fantastic. Can't believe it. It is here tonight.
Miss Evans Participants, this is your 5-minute call. 5 minutes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go.
Skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
Amazing. I was just so shocked. I was like, that's Sophie. You know, I was like, she's living her dream now.
It's just amazing. It was like, you know, I've known her ever since, you know, the age of 11 to win shows, and now she's finally made it, and it was just unbelievable.
We all knew it was going to be good, but it blew us all away.
She did wonderfully well. She's absolutely superb. Think how nervous she must have been. She was great, and so were the audience. They were a lot of Welsh in tonight. It was like a rugby match. Good night, all.
Talking of Wales, there's excitement and real pleasure at seeing all that hard work pay off. There's a famous line, isn't there, from Over the Rainbow, dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Yeah, that's the ironic line that every night I sing it is a little chuckle in there, because it's such a true saying, you know, that dreams that you dare to dream, and this has come true, and I did dare to dream it, and I'm living the dream now.
Can you even dye my ice and lips like gown? Juliotown! Clip, clip here, clip, clip there, we give the roughest claws.
That certain air of savoir-faire.